It's in the house here. We got a special one tonight. We got, for those who follow, we got Mike back. My buddy Mike.
Peace, man.
Really love the
Peace.
guy. He came over for a reason we're not even going to talk about right now. But the last time we were here, he came over. I wanted his opinion on the bel canto. I figured I knew enough about sound that I was confident that he'd really have nothing bad to say about it. Of course you're a little bit nervous. He was nervous coming over about it too,
Not
right?
really.
No, well, you did say that last time.
Okay.
But, you know, Mike's had some really high-end equipment in his day. You know, the Griffin Diablo 300. What were the speakers? The 804Ds. And you had some high-end lumen sources. Like a couple $100,000 system, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So the thing is, when he came over, I had already offed a lot of equipment. Like I had a whole wall of gear over here. And it's the bel canto that changed my view of hi-fi forever when it came in. And I just thought, you know what, I'm going to cash out. And I was able to sell everything in like 2 days. And I just felt so good about it. I had this little, even less, way less than what I got back here. Now it was on the floor with speakers. And I was sitting there going, I can't believe it, it's this good. You know, so I was talking about that with Mike. You know, kind of planting a seed that this can happen for other people, and they can be free of the clutches of hi-fi. You know, not everyone's going to understand what I'm talking about, but believe me, they're going to know it when it happens. There's an imaginary line.
If they admit it, though, right?
That's it.
That's a huge thing, right? Like the transformation from like being the addict, right, and just being totally like not willing to actually admit it, actually not even allow that to enter the imagination, to getting to a point where you're like, on some level it begins to bubble up to the surface, and then you get to a point where I got a problem. Yeah. And that's the beginning, is when you might first voice that for yourself. And then when you have a friend who's gone through it and who's come out the other side, and then he gently gets you to that point where you're like, okay, like maybe you got to take that next step. You've admitted it. Now maybe
admitting it's everything, man. It's when you can be honest.
Sorry,
with
I don't mean to interrupt you again, but like. Sorry,
yeah.
I don't think it's just that. I do actually think that it's not just. I think that yes, it's important, but getting over the finish line, like actually first admitting it, of course that's important.
Bottoming out,
like and getting over the finish line, so where you're actually selling your gear, and you're not buying new gear because you've got the cash now, but right.
People do the same thing over again.
But that's what I'm saying is that like getting to that point where you're selling your gear now and you're not buying more shit.
It's okay to have a system.
It's okay to have a system,
but to start that whole cycle, the vicious cycle all over again.
Yeah. So where do you want to start? I guess we already started.
Well, I was talking about that when Mike came over the last time. This was months ago, and I believe I planted the seed.
Yeah.
At that time, and he went on his little merry way and continued to buy equipment, I guess. I kind of see what people are doing on cam when they start listing. Holy fuck, man. And all of a sudden, I started to see his listings, like all this stuff start coming up, and I thought, oh my God, he's doing it. He's getting out.
Yes, I'm getting out.
He's getting out. He had a Diablo 300 Griffin. He had the 804s. He had the P1 Lumen. You still got the U1, the X1.
I'm selling it.
What's the X1? 20 grand? 15
I'm selling it.
It's all on cam.
It's all on
If
cam. If you want to buy it,
buy.
And listen, you know what? And listen, here's the thing. The great thing is that actually I'm pretty easy to deal with.
He really is.
I'm not that hard to deal with, because here's the thing. I'm not selling it to make money, and I'm not selling it to recoup money. I'm actually selling it to get out of the hobby. That's the reason why I'm
whatever.
selling
It's nice to get the money back or whatever. But anyway, the way we first met, I was already down the road when we first met. He came in with this little, I was getting that to flip. not gonna lie, he gave
Yeah.
me a really good deal on the little Rega.
Yeah. You
Guess
flipped
what?
it. You
That
flipped
amp
it.
would be fine right now.
You flipped it.
For you.
You flipped it.
Yeah, I didn't buy it to keep. I already had a wicked system in here. Yeah, I mean, but
Anyway.
that's how we met. So yeah, I flip gear. I'm not ashamed to say it. That's a skill. So, and it can you can have a fun time with the hobby rather than stressing out and going in debt.
Yeah.
So master the used market. Put the time in, like I've done. I mean, hours and hours and
Hang on.
hours of research online.
Amen.
Huh?
You mean? No,
Do
you're
it
not,
that
you're,
way.
You're not
Don't
telling-
get credit card. Buying
okay,
equipment.
okay, but here's the thing though. Just don't buy shit, man.
No. Well,
Anyway.
the channel is about being content with what we have.
Yeah.
And not trying to chase this imaginary thing, because at the end of the day, when the endorphins are done flowing
Yeah.
through the brain, when the new toy's been opened like a kid on Christmas,
And it doesn't last long.
no, it's just a
doesn't.
stereo and it's a rinse and repeat fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
What if I do this? What if I
Yeah.
do that? And when you can finally see through the smoke and realize what you have is great right now, and
Yeah.
you can just listen to music.
Yeah.
You know, the people that say that the most are the sickest ones. It's all about the music on the forums.
When we
If they're
actually
on the
know-
forums, they're sick to begin with.
Well, if they're saying it right, it's the reverse, because actually the real, of course it's the fucking.
And then
music.
people talking about like they
I know.
pray every day and all.
I know.
If you pray every day, you don't.
Okay, I have an idea. Let's. How about this? Like, how about if I just start talking about like what I think
How it
the
progressed.
damage. I want
Yeah.
to talk about the damage.
Do
'Cause
it.
I think the
People
damage
need to
is-
hear. You guys need
I
to
think-
hear this stuff. You know, this life is about being at peace and having that serenity about you, with your head empty, right?
Yes.
Not being obsessed and of materials and this kind of stuff. So Mike can share on how things progressed,
Yeah,
not knowing that a line was going to be crossed at some point.
basically.
And he's not. I'm an alcoholic drug addict. I don't know if Mike is.
No.
I don't think he is.
No,
But addictions come in all shapes and
exactly.
sizes, guys.
That's what's.
And you
super
know what an
important.
addiction is?
That's
Though?
what-
No, it's to escape self.
Yes.
That's all it is.
That's good.
I'm going to buy another amp and I
Yes.
don't have to look at me.
Yeah, or I don't have to look at this other problem. I don't have to deal with this shit. I don't have to deal with that.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'm just gonna say it straight up. The damage
Damage.
is basically like, it's not just about the anxiety that you live with every day, because you're actually seeing all that money that's actually allocated to something that has absolutely no real impact in your life, versus what you could be doing with that money in another way, right? And it's
Yeah.
not just about what you could be doing with that money for yourself, it's also about what you could be doing with that money for other people, right?
Nice.
Like, what about your family?
Yeah,
What
buddy.
what about your ancestors? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what about your community?
Giving back?
Could you donate that?
I haven't done that yet.
No, but I'm just saying. Like, I'm just saying that it all starts to kind of, you begin to realize that money that you've put to your own selfish little,
Yeah.
like rabbit hole thing.
Yeah.
You could have been doing good everywhere, in your own family, in the community, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's part of it. The other part of it is, I was speaking about anxiety. Well, the anxiety about every day looking at the amount of money that you've just spent. Now look,
See, I haven't
if
dealt
you-
with that.
if
So
you-
it's good to hear his
okay, here's the thing. I make a lot of money every year, so in some sense, I'm a bit insulated, but here's the thing. If your spouse or significant other, or, other people in your life, right? If they don't understand that what you're really doing behind closed doors, because in some sense, if you're not open about what you're doing, especially with your significant other, if you're not open about it,
Yeah, the finances, they need to
I mean,
know.
if you're hiding all of that from them, that's a fucking lie.
Absolutely.
That's a
Yeah,
lie, right?
That's a problem.
So I guess what I'm saying is that, like, it's not just about the fact that you're squirreling away into your little rabbit hole. It's about the fact that people around you, in some sense, you're doing them harm. Yeah, it may not be active harm. Like, it's not like, it's not like you're
But they
being
don't even want
abusive.
to talk about it, though. You're just totally alone in it. Like, there's no one to even talk to about it. They
That's
don't
true.
care about it.
That's true.
right?
That's true.
So the damage, that's what you're talking about. But
Yeah.
how did it progress, right? You know?
Okay, so the thing is, at the beginning, right, it really was innocent in the sense that, like, at the beginning, it really was, hey, I want to listen to music.
Yeah.
I want to, and I want to really hear it. Like, it begins in an innocent way, right? I think for most people, maybe not everybody, but for me, it was pretty innocent. For me, it was pretty innocent. But then, what happens without you really realizing it is that it begins to shift. And it becomes, it's slow, right?
It's evil, insidious.
And then slowly it becomes more and more about the gear,
Yeah.
and less about the music. And you'll say all the bullshit that other people say. No, it's about the music.
Yeah,
It's
when
like,
you say that, it's a
but
lie.
actually, that's crap, right?
Absolutely.
Like it's about the gear. And actually, when people say, I don't listen to my system, I listen to music. No, that's crap.
Yeah.
Actually, what
Some
they're doing,
do, but
some do. But I'm saying that
and the
it's
word audiophile,
yeah,
I hate it.
I know it's a
It's a
stupid word.
disease word, though. It's no different than alcohol. Like
It is actually kind of like
Some of these
it's
guys.
kind of a weird word. Audiophile.
yeah, but like, as
Hey,
you say, man.
pedophile. Like you know.
But the insanity, repeating the same thing, expecting different results, right?
Sorry, man. I
Pedophile.
just couldn't. My brain went to a weird place.
Like I'd love
Anyway.
to start a meeting though, right? And see, like Audioholics Anonymous, I could do it right on my channel and just see who shows up and admits
Yeah, but the myth. Okay.
that they own it. Owns them,
but
they don't own it.
But dude, how many people are gonna do that? How many people are gonna?
It only
do
takes
that?
one to have a meeting, right? We're having.
Yeah, I
a meeting.
guess that's true.
It starts with one.
Yeah, I guess that's.
I
true.
know a lot of sick, not a lot, but I know a few sick people.
Okay, let me ask you this: on cam, what do you think? Like, if you were thinking about the population, let's say the cam world, okay?
Yeah.
As a percentage, what's your best guess about how many people are in the rabbit hole? I mean,
Fuck, it's a lot,
What do
man.
you
Especially
think?
the ones that got like 5,000-10,000 posts on the forums and stuff like that, dude.
Right.
It's over 50% for sure, guaranteed.
That's a high number.
Guaranteed.
That's a high number.
And then the ones with like me, 300 positive transactions. That's sickness right there.
Yeah.
That takes a long time and a lot of just staring at a computer
I know.
and fucking emails and just. But I learned a lot from it.
Yeah.
That's what I take from it. That's it.
true.
Because
That's true.
the people that watch me know that I'm
That's
not
true.
swapping out gear. They see it. They see the same system
true.
here now.
That's true.
Ever since that Kanto happened. But
That's
I always
true.
got to have two because I like stand mounts to have here.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But these beat the totems. I'm switching the subject. I'm going into the sickness.
Okay, so
I'm
let's
an
get back-
addict, so
so
y'all
let-
know.
Yeah, so let's get back to it then. Okay,
Yeah.
so then we were talking to, or I was talking about like the descent into the hole.
Yeah.
I was talking about the descent, right?
Yeah, the
Okay.
shift.
So the shift is subtle, and it begins with this idea that, hey, you know what? If I spend a bit more, if I because everybody's saying that if I spend like at this level, it's going to make a huge difference, right? Like, so instead
What,
of
a little bit more or double?
Well,
Because we
it's-
know that now.
well, yeah,
It's double.
It's double.
Yeah, but
Actually,
you didn't know that at the
I didn't
beginning.
know that at the
though.
beginning.
No one does. That's why I tell people.
No, it's double.
Go big.
It's at least
Just go
double.
big. Quit
It's at
fucking
least
around.
It's at least double.
Quit fucking around and
It's
go
at least-
big.
it's at
I
least
tell
double.
people.
It's
Yeah,
at least double,
At
right?
least for a little bit more, but
Yeah.
a little is a lot. But when does
Okay.
it end?
Yeah, but that's the thing is the incremental improvements.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when you think about the money you spent to get that, let's say, for example, let's say your system was $5,000, okay, in total, everything included, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say your system was around $5,000, right? So when you started with that, when you ended up with your $50,000 system, okay, what's actually the sonic difference between,
I
now,
know.
people will say, oh fuck, it's
Are
massive.
you saying well
It's
put
massive.
together though?
Yeah,
Both systems are well put together with
100%.
synergy.
They're both
Oh,
synergistic.
okay.
Right? But let's just say, what's the sonic difference? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll say from my experience, I'd say you're getting 20% max.
Yeah,
So
if that.
I'm saying that if you're at 80%, right?
20's a lot.
20.
at that
Is
level,
it-
especially when you're getting up
okay,
to that level.
Okay, but is it though? This is the thing.
Well, not
I
after
don't
your
have
brain
gold-
settles down.
I don't have a golden year. Okay, here's the other thing.
You do. I don't.
No. Let me stop you there. What I'm saying is, when you ask yourself, do you really have golden years, right? Can you really? Okay, when I'm honest with myself, and I really ask myself, is there such a big difference between the system I started with and the system I have now? If I'm honest with myself, it's not worth
never.
It's not worth $45,000. It's not worth $25,000. It's not worth $10,000. It might be worth $5.
I know.
So what I'm saying, so what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, what I'm getting at is that this mind fuck cycle in which you end up thinking, you think that you're getting all of this gain in sonic performance, but really at the end of the day, you're not.
No.
And so I guess what I'm saying is that maybe somebody out there right now could be saying to me, "Oh, you just got shitty hearing," right? Like you can't.
But let's take it
but
to this level now. Why are you really doing it though?
Right.
Let's get to the real crux.
Okay. So let's just say that all this sonic stuff is a smoke screen.
It's just a
symptom.
symptom, though.
It's a smoke screen.
Of a
yeah, right.
inner...
But what is it really about? It could be hi-fi. It could be anything. But when you're buying shit, as you said, to avoid, like when you're buying,
that's an addiction.
It's hi-fi gear. It's whatever.
Shoes,
right?
jewelry, cars, trucks.
But it's basically part of the same problem, right?
Exactly.
It's all big of the same problem, right?
Yeah.
We buy shit, and we get the endorphin. We get that initial little thing.
Oh yeah.
And that's the thing that we do,
and we crave that.
And we crave it because the emptiness that we feel in the other ways, we haven't figured out how to fill it. We haven't figured out how to
No, and that's tough work to look inside, right? Like I'm coming up to 20 years sober here. And the only way that I feel good is by helping others.
Okay.
In one way or the other. Like hiring guys that have never worked, changing their life, they become now employable. That kind of shit, right? This material stuff, it almost makes me feel sick thinking about it.
Yes.
Nausea.
That's what I alluded to earlier when I was thinking about the money that I spent on all this shit.
Yeah.
What I could have done with it. What else could I have done?
But it's okay, it got you to where you are now with this mindset that's been completely shifted and changed. You have a new pair of glasses on now.
Okay, true enough. But I'm just saying the guilt around what I could have done, right? Is pretty big.
For sure, man.
So yeah.
So how did it, like when you thought, okay, I'm selling now. I've had it. I've had enough. I'm gonna get rid of it. One day it just kind of hit you.
I think what it was that, and by the way, this is why I was talking about family and community.
Yeah.
My brother came to me about, I think it was about 2 months ago, and he said, "Look, I'm in a bit of a bind. I need some help. I need some financial help, right?" And at that moment that he asked me, I didn't really have spare cash. I mean, I had cash, but it wasn't cash that I could just reach into my pocket and give to him, right?
Right.
I have investments, I have real estate, I have all this kind of stuff, right? But I can't just do that.
No.
And the reason I couldn't
Up.
is because I got it tied up in hi-fi gear, right? So here's the thing. At that moment, when my brother reached out to me and I couldn't give him the money that he needed, that's when I decided, fuck this.
Right,
my brother is more important to me than this stuff. That's what got me. I mean, you started me because you gave me a gentle nudge at the beginning and
here's what I'm doing.
But this thing with my brother,
yeah, that's awesome.
That was
and
the,
you
that
have
was
a
the
brother. Mine's in the ground, man. I can't help him. He's dead.
But I'm just saying that there could have been the possibility that my brother, when he reached out to me, and I wasn't able. Maybe that could have happened to my brother, right?
For sure, man.
So anyway, you asked me about what got me over the finish line. That's what got me over the finish line.
Okay, that's huge. Yeah, because family, we only got one, and my dad's gone.
I mean, if he was a jerk, I mean, hey, look, I mean, if the guy was a total jerk and he was an asshole, maybe I wouldn't.
And he's wanting it to go party or something.
But he's not like that.
No.
My bro is not.
Where's he live? Here as well?
He's on the island.
Oh, okay.
He's on the island, yeah.
Is he older or younger? By a lot? Or?
No, 5 years. He's not that.
It's a beautiful thing to have a brother, man. I can't believe, like, I look at his picture all the time, right? You know, like Hollywood fucking movie star, man. Like, look at that.
How long has he been? How long has he been?
2.5 years.
How long has he been gone?
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
2.5 years, man.
Well,
right? This is what matters in life.
What got him? What
well,
got
he's
him?
bipolar 1,
Oh.
and then he got into the drugs. and
Okay,
the
well then,
alcohol.
but then, if he's bipolar, well then, I mean, isn't that inevitable to some extent? Like, isn't it?
Not if he wasn't drinking and drugging and just following the doctor's meds, and he just couldn't grab onto AA, and he'd always start judging. He was never sober.
Mm.
If you're sober, you have a great chance to
Right.
manage the illness, man.
Right.
I got a little bit of stuff going on, but I can function 100%, right?
Mm.
It's just in the family.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, I think I started hi-fi at a very young age. My dad would always be listening to music, but he wasn't an audio freak or nothing. But for me, it just took the place of the drugs, dude. It just went from one addiction to the other.
Another, yeah.
And for a long time,
Yeah.
10 years of sobriety, just continuing to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I still look at it because I'm looking for stuff, for deals, right? So I can get it and fill maybe and then get rid of it.
Yeah, yeah.
But even that, I'd like to fill that whole thing with something else,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And honestly, just because it is mainly about the music, like for me, but just to be able to just separate 100%. It seems because I'm an addict alcoholic that's all that works for me.
Mm.
It's 100% abstinence
Right.
from whatever is toxic in
Right.
my life, right?
So literally speaking, like if you think about this hi-fi thing, then do you feel like that even a minimal system is too much? Like, because earlier you said that it was okay, that you think it's still, if you're satisfied with a minimalistic system, that's okay. Like,
I don't think I could be though. Once I've tried going down, and it's like once you've been up, it's really hard. I don't know. Maybe you'll be able to do it. It's too early to say though.
like maybe I've got to come back in 6 months and tell you like if I'm okay.
Well, there's nothing wrong with having one really nice all-in-one and
Right.
some speakers
Yeah.
instead of
Well,
having
that's what
all
I'm
these
gonna do.
cheap things.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a nice all-in-one. I just don't know which one it is. Maybe you'll tell me the Atoll is really great. Maybe you'll.
Well, if I can ever get it here. I love the name. That I could live with that Nova for my whole life.
Good.
I love the name Nova. I love name. It's just it's not. I don't sit and listen to music for hours in a position. I
Right.
don't. So name is good for me because
Mm.
I'm like going for a Ferrari ride and then it's done, right?
Mm.
Bel
An
Canto's
hour?
kind of like that.
An hour?
I can do that, yeah.
Okay.
Can't
Yeah,
the
yeah.
name is fine for that.
Okay.
But the Bel Canto's a little more laid back, a little more refined,
Mm,
right?
mm. So philosophically then, like, let's go back to this idea about like this thing about addiction, about like how
Yeah.
hi-fi in some sense is a smokescreen for like a lot of
Other
stuff.
emotions
a lot of
and
stuff that's still
pain
going.
and things you're
So here's the
avoiding.
thing. I think what I've been doing is that I got to a point in my life because I was up until I'd say about 10 years ago, I was a very active person. And what I mean by that is I was somebody who was hiking, I was skiing, I was playing tennis.
Nice.
And then I started a business 10 years ago
Yeah.
and I got really, really busy.
Into the work.
I got into the work, right? Because at the time when I started the business, I wasn't making a lot of money.
Right.
I was surviving, I was making enough money to live.
Yeah, yeah.
But I wasn't really saving money, right?
Yeah.
So I started a business to try and like, right?
Start to-
But here's the thing, when I shifted from being active to
yeah,
being,
that's not good.
okay, here's the thing. What I think happened was when I shifted and I started focusing on just being work, money, all of what I used to be able to do for myself in terms of like that outward
And feel
to
get the high,
nature,
natural
the
high.
natural high.
Yeah.
I totally lost that.
Right.
And then what I think was, this is just me spitballing.
money started coming in
I
and
don't
you
know
got-
if this is just my most recent theory, right?
Well, it makes
This is
sense.
what I think happened to me is that what I used to do that was healthy, like that way
Yeah,
of
yeah.
getting high, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I just sublimated that and I ended up doing this.
Because
right?
you started getting money coming in, and
Right.
then you got the bug, and
Yeah.
Me too. I played soccer for 35 years.
Okay,
That's
so
what I
you-
did every weekend,
Okay,
and then I
But the
couldn't
thing
play
is, you're
anymore.
still outdoors because your
Yeah,
business.
yeah.
So
Or
you're
I'd
still
be
getting.
fucked without it. I'd be
Right.
just doomed without
There
that
you go.
that job
I think
that I
that's-
built from the ground.
I
like
think-
you did.
Okay, now, so here's the thing. My theory right now is that what I got to do is, once I'm finished all my gear, and I've still got 4 or 5 pieces on camera
Which is
now.
quite a bit.
So as soon as that's done, right? I'm gonna switch up, and I'm gonna go back to skiing this year, like I used to.
I'd
I'm gonna go
with-
back. I'm going back to playing tennis. I'm going back to like doing stuff.
Oh, yeah,
And
just
so-
be changed.
So
man.
so that's my theory. That's what I'm gonna try and
That's
do.
brilliant.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
that's an awesome idea.
Yep.
It's I can relate because the without the soccer, because I wasn't even really doing this, and then soccer ended at 40.
Why?
Oh,
What-
I
what-
just
what-
can't do it with landscaping, dude.
Right,
You
it's
can't
too
even
much.
walk for 3 days.
That's
Even
true.
when you're as fit as a whistle,
Yeah,
it takes
that's
about
true.
3 days to recover. Because
Okay,
I'm a
okay.
beast
Okay.
on the field. Like,
Okay. Well then I guess yeah. I guess. Yeah.
25 minutes. Wow, that's the longest video I've ever done, man.
Okay. So.
People will watch it for like 2 minutes with their attention span, and then where were we at?
Okay, so I was just talking about what I think was the reason why I ended up chasing.
Yeah, but you don't need to
chasing-
overthink it. You've made the shift towards positivity now. You got some money back, and you can just listen to music and not be obsessed with this illusion that there's this golden fleece of this perfect sound.
Yeah.
That it just doesn't exist, man.
No.
But these dealers, man, they must just love these guys with all this
Okay.
money. They just come in and they don't even care about the synergy.
I
Oh,
know.
these speakers are good.
I
That's
know,
good.
man.
and
I
this
know,
is good.
right? I know. It's true, man. I know.
See, this message you just don't see on YouTube. What we're talking about here, right?
Yeah, just bits and pieces. Just bits and pieces of it. Right?
You know, that's what I wanted to do with the channel. But I don't even do videos hardly. You know, every 10. But every Friday night I go live, and the same guys come on. And
What's
they
the
support the
conversation-
channel.
what's the
They're
conversation
sending
like?
like 50.
What's the conversation like? Like what's it
Nothing.
usually
It's usually about hi-fi or just anything. It's
about
not,
gear? Is it about gear?
Not really.
Okay.
Well, one guy said he bought his Endgame speakers, and I said, well, you haven't got them yet? And I said, I'm praying that it's just going to be awesome. And he's so happy. You know, Orangutan 096 is, you know, the company.
Yeah.
And another guy got Fisher and Fishers, which you'll never see on the used market.
Yeah.
And he has the Caledons and the Belcanto E1X. He bought the E1X because he's in the States, so he's a real one of my guys. And he comes on and we do a split screen.
Right.
And he can educate people about the Caledons because no one really knows much about those,
What do
right?
they sell for now?
They're
what is
$4,000 now.
Right.
Yeah, like that would be, what bookshelves do you got?
Still a smoking speaker, man. For
Yeah,
$4,000.
fucking right. Oh, if I was you, I would have those. I mean, you want that full range sound if you want a stereo. And at least you can get it with those for a good price.
Mm.
But not right now because there's the shipping. I think the tariffs are off though. What you
The
got
tariffs
stand
are
up? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
What
tariffs
bookshelves do you have?
I have
Good ones?
I have monitor audio 100 gold 7Gs.
Okay, does
So
the tweeter kind of stick out on the top
Tweeter sticks out
with
at
the
top,
white looking
with the
drivers?
white looking
Yeah, I know
drivers,
those.
yeah. And the
I like monitor audio.
8.5 inch woofer,
Yeah.
and I think it's about I think I got a pretty good deal on them. I bought them because basically I want to make sure that I get some bass because those
Yeah, they got
they
bass,
got
I
enough
have.
bass, right? And so I have a little small subwoofer, a Rel T1 to make up
Right.
a little bit of the bottom end, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna get, after I'm finished selling all this shit that I got on camera, and I'm gonna get them all in one. And that's just gonna be my speakers and my all in
You
one.
should get the Caledon and this one and the E1X.
The
It would
thing is,
be.
the Caledon takes up room, and I'm living in a condo now, right?
I know, but they
I know,
don't take up a lot of depth.
But I got a wife.
Yeah,
She lives in
yeah.
a condo with
Yeah,
me,
they're
right?
big.
I got
They're not as big as these. They're smaller than mine.
Are they?
Mine are 15-inch drivers. Those are 12.
Oh, okay.
And they're shorter, but
Oh.
they are as wide.
Are
Yeah, they are as
Oh,
wide.
okay. Yeah.
But anyway,
So, That's basically what my system's going to be. It's going to be bookshelf speakers, a little subwoofer, and
I don't know if you're going to be able to stop.
and an all-in-one. That's it. That's all it's going to be.
Yeah, well, I always recommend that, but that's not cheap, right? The Canto's not cheap, but it's giving you all that stuff.
But I'm not going to spend that kind of money.
No. Wonder what a good all-in-one, even a name app.
But I'm going to buy used.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy used.
Get the name.
And you're going to help me. You're going to help me get an all-in-one used.
I don't know why your taste is very. You really know your stuff, so I don't know what you'd want. A Tall's just a product I've always wanted to try.
You know what?
It's $7 grand, new, but it
new.
Never comes up.
But new, right?
But name is mastered at streaming.
Maybe I go that. Maybe I get that. Right?
You don't need the CD mechanism, right? So it would be the Nova. They just came out with the new one now. It's Class D and it's 13 grand. Nova Power Edition. And it's Class D. Name's gone to Class D.
Okay, well that's
But it's more money than Class AB.
Well, that's kind of weird.
They got it on sale already. It just came out in the Hi-Fi Center.
That's kind of weird.
Hi-Fi Center's already got the Star on sale for $4 grand. That one, and then the PE for $9, and it's worth 13. It just came out because no one's buying it.
Because it's Class D.
I don't know. No, just a lot of money. I think
it's a lot
maybe.
Yeah. Hey, so let's go back. Let's go back. Let's summarize because I think we covered. Do you feel
Quite
like
a
we
bit,
covered?
yeah.
Okay. Is there something you
about-
want to prompt me on? Is there something that I didn't speak to? What do you think?
Like, what are some of the things that you have sold in the recent? You sold your 804s. Those were 25 grand new.
No 20.
Okay, those were 20 new.
Yeah.
The Griffin Diablo
Was like I think
About-
22, something like that.
And then
Without
you-
a DAC,
and
but
then-
it didn't have a DAC or phono stage or anything
you've
like that.
sold.
I had a Lin LP12, but a select model, which
You
was
did
14
sell
grand.
that?
I sold it. I sold it back to them, who I bought it off. I bought it
Oh.
off the Hi-Fi Center. I sold it back to them.
So look at that right there.
And then the phono stage was $5 grand, and I mean the turntable was 14. The cart was $2,500. Like,
And
it was
then
fucking crazy.
you sold another Lumen, or didn't you?
I sold a P1. I had
Yeah.
a P1 for a long time.
Have you looked inside that fucking thing?
It's fucking crazy.
No, there's nothing in it.
No, I mean like when you look inside of it, what I mean is the empty space.
Yeah.
But the other part of it,
It's miniaturized.
it's fucking like
It's technology.
it's
yeah.
tech, right? But anyway, that sounded good. It was a good sounding
Why
thing.
do you have 3 or 4 lumens though?
Okay, so here I thought initially that what I was gonna do was I
They're
was
the
gonna
same thing.
I know, right? That's kind of crazy.
Fuck.
Anyway.
You got the U1 and the X1 now. The X1's like pretty much flagship.
Yeah, I'm selling it.
I know. No hits at all on that one?
I've had a couple of hits actually. There's been a couple of guys who
That's got the big power supply.
but they're trying to negotiate with me,
Of course.
and they're not a friend.
Right.
So if they're not a friend, I'm not really interested in negotiating.
Well, we won't say what I got, but you did me a
I don't
hell of-
really
you did me good,
negotiate.
man.
But anyway, is there something that we didn't
Not
think about it, because I wanna really make sure that this is about
Not really. It's just I've been
Is it-
trying to get through to people that what this is really about when they've crossed the line, right? That imaginary line in the sand. Meaning that it's not even about stereo
It isn't.
equipment either.
No.
But they don't even know this, Mike.
I know, that's what
and
I'm
they're
saying.
grown men
I
in their
know.
60s
But-
and 70s. They're blind by what they're really doing. That's addiction.
That
Like,
is
it's just
that is definitely what it is.
to be
100%.
owned by it. Like
And you know what? And like we were saying earlier, it's true about lots of different shit, right? It's not just
yeah.
I mean, it's true about like fuck, cars, dude, man. There's
Oh,
like
I know.
people are crazy about cars.
If I had the
and they
money,
want-
I'd probably be wrapped up in that. I don't even know how to fix them. That's the problem. Imagine the space you need.
Yeah, it's true.
They got it. I don't know. It'd be nice just to live a minimalist life when it comes to all that shit, right?
Exactly.
And just be close with family, doing your exercise and stuff, and just feel
And
like
that's
$1
how I
million
would
bucks, man.
Yeah, and then feeling the high from exercise is the thing that I think I'm missing. And I think that's the real.
Yeah,
that's
I do get a real workout at work, but it's not like a full cardio workout where
Mhm.
you're speeding your heart rate up to.
You're just like.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
sweating, but that's
You're
probably because of heat and a little bit of exertion in the muscles. But
Right.
it's not like a soccer cardio or
Yeah,
tennis or these kinds
Skiing or
of
whatever.
highs. Yeah.
yeah.
I can
Yeah.
snowboard. We could do that in the winter.
I tried snowboarding once.
Well, I never learned
I
to
almost
ski.
killed myself.
Well,
I
you
was-
no, but you'd get it quick. It's hard at this age because you do either fall this way or that way.
Yeah.
But skiing, the crashes are fucking awful when you're learning.
It's true.
They just go everywhere. So
That's
I didn't
true.
learn how.
That's
So I
true.
learned the boarding.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
skiing.
We could talk all night though, right? I mean, see, I got anxiety about tomorrow. I always do, and it's a big hedge, 14-foot ladder, and all that shit with a big, long machine. Until I get it done.
Okay, then let's cut this. Let's cut
Yeah,
this
so I hope you guys like this, man. We
Yeah.
really got to some really
Yeah.
important stuff when it comes to life as a man and as a human being, you
Yeah.
know? The truth, really. Our truth. You guys already know my truth because I talk about it so much.
And this is my second time here, so like I
Yeah.
guess by now, like after the download that I just did here, right? Like I guess like, when you think about the first time I was here and I was speaking, like I don't know if there's a difference, right? Like,
No, there
I mean,
is.
I don't know if like I mean because I haven't watched that.
No, you
like, I
weren't
didn't-
even in that headspace that you are now. It's completely
Right.
different, man. You've
Okay.
changed. Like
That's
you have
good.
a different pair of glasses on how you're looking at it, and
That's
you've
good.
actually took action. We
That's
can
the
talk,
difference.
talk,
Yeah.
talk,
Yeah. So
and there's
so
no action.
the action part is really important. So if you're beginning to kind of think about this, it's percolating in the back of your mind.
That's good.
That's
yeah.
good. But the real game is when you actually fucking take
Start to
action
list.
and you do it.
Yeah,
and you
man.
do it. Okay. Anyway, peace.
Yeah,
Peace,
thanks
man.
so much,
You
guys.
bet.
Thanks for coming, Mike.
You
I
bet.
love you,
It
man.
was good.
Good person in my life.